Marazzo that I have been using for the next last 2 weeks, and I have to be clear that the Mahindra Marazzo is specifically a 4-star NCAP rated MPV, and it's quite a drivable car. So I'm not going to say anything that maybe like you don't like about the driving, or maybe you don't like about the rating of the safety. But I'm going to say here about the ownership experience, or maybe what should have happened, or maybe what changes should have been made for the BS6 variant, and what the BS6 variants don't get compared to the BS4 variant that was introduced in the 2018, as we all know. So I bought the Marazzo in I think it has been like 14 days now. I got it on Sunday in September. It was, I guess, 25th September, and it's a great car. For the first week, I didn't had any issue by driving it. The only issue I had was that the interior was quite cheap, and in the sense it wasn't even that luxurious as I thought, because I own a Honda City 2017 4th gen, and it's I will say more luxurious than the Marazzo in terms of interior. The leather quality is good in the city. The steering feel is actually better. In fact, the infotainment system and the gear shifter is quite feels more premium than the Marazzo. But obviously, the city is like the Honda's pinnacle car in India, so yeah, they had to make that. The speaker quality of Marazzo is also not up to date compared to the Honda City, and the infotainment system, I will say it's good. It supports Android Auto, which my Honda City doesn't. But on the other hand, it doesn't come with Apple CarPlay, or not a 10-inch touchscreen. The XUV 700 is getting a 10-inch touchscreen in the upcoming, like I guess it will get a 10.25-inch touchscreen. Obviously, it will be offered only in the AX models. The MX will get a 7-inch screen, just like the Marazzo, I guess. So the screen is quite a bit old. It doesn't seems to look like 2021, because my brother owns a Hyundai Venue, and the screen is absolutely beautiful. Like the Hyundai does the best interior in India, like literally the best interior. Unless and until you really compare it with top end models, like the top end brands like the Mercedes or maybe BMW. Hyundai, like for sure, the interior is the best. So by that standard, I think the Marazzo is really behind the market. The one thing I like about Marazzo is the feeling of the, what I will say, the third. People say, some people say it's the build quality. Some people say it's the stiff, like the heavily reinforced build quality of the car. I personally prefer it to be the genuinely the build quality only, not anything else. The It's really good. I will say it's really good. The one thing it shows a drawback is that you can't really close the door. There is no soft closing of the door. You have to really throw the door to its locks. Really have to push the door, and then only door will get locked. It sometimes happens that if a passenger who is not used to the car gets inside the car and shuts the door may also not be properly locked. He has to literally reach out the door and then really push it inside, and then only the door gets locked. The one thing I also like about the Marazzo is the robust interior. Now, mostly Marazzo is an MPV, so it doesn't really have to be the like robust interior. It should be like more luxurious. But if you compare it for like a just want to load luggage and use it for like maybe like a daily transporting for kids, or maybe like that, where you like they are going to be mess up things in your car. I think that's a good one, because the interior quality of Marazzo is genuinely okay. It's not really good compared to Toyota Innova or even the Hyundai Alcazar, but it's good. It's really robust. You can literally throw in stuff like boxes, maybe bags, suitcase, and the seats are made up of have fabric material over it, so they will not get damaged compared to the leather. It also will not get damaged if you spill something on it, because my Honda City has stains of tea, sometimes coke, because while driving it you sometimes spill on the seats and it really gets dirty. And now, as you all know, the leather is really expensive compared to the synthetic seats. So I think that's a really a good, I will not say that's the what I will say, like, really a good point about the Marazzo, but it's okay. There is a lot of cost cutting in that car. They have removed the cruise control from the car. They have removed the sunshades from the car, which used to come standard in the car. They have also changed the gauge cluster a bit. It's now purple only, and somehow I feel the older version got better wheels. The newer version is also better in terms of wheels, but the older version was just better looking, and I like it. The older version was actually good in terms of features. The newer version didn't get that many, but I think that's the trade-off. For maybe like a better looking car. The older version was not that good looking. The newer version is a bit slightly good looking than the older one. It doesn't get the DRLs. I thought that they were they had them, but they didn't add it. So that's one drawback. They halogen headlights. That's also drawback for me, because my Honda City has LED headlights and comes from 2017. So yeah, the power of the Marazzo delivery is gradual because it's a 1.5 liter naturally aspirated diesel engine, which is really rare. I will say I have like literally never seen a diesel engine with a turbocharging in my life. Like literally never. Like I think the last diesel naturally aspirated diesel engine I saw was in, I think, a Tata Sumo, and that was also like really old ones. So yeah, it's a really old tech, but it works really fine. The power delivery is gradual, as you know, naturally aspirated engines. It has got 120 horsepower, 100 Newton meter of torque, which is good. Some people say that it doesn't feel really powerful if when you are going on the hills or maybe like in ghat regions, because hilly areas, because there is loads, there are people inside the car, so the weight of the car is really heavy and the engine can't move it. But I will say the engine, for me, it feels great. It has the punch. In third gear it really shows the power, and also I genuinely think that it's fun to drive. It's really not the like a fun to drive car. It's not like this Skoda Octavia or maybe even the Honda City, but it's really fun to drive. And the height is good. The view from the driver's seat is actually better compared to Innova as well, because you don't have to struggle from the front hood. It is literally, the hood is really slant. The slope is more compared to the Innova, because it's a front wheel drive vehicle, so the engine is placed transverse rather than longitudinal, so you have a lot of space inside the car as well. And I think that's a good option, because for making a family MPV you should have more space and less, and that's why the dimensions are less. I will say I saw the Marazzo with the Innova. It was a 2017 model Innova, and the Marazzo felt a bit bigger. But if you compare it to the touring version of Innova or maybe even the latest Innova, it may feel a bit small. It has the retractable third row seats. You can just put them down by the press of this lever that you have, and they just drop off. And that's a good option for most of the people, because loading the stuff. The Innova that my friend has, it's a 2019 model VX, and that's has jump seats. So basically the jump seats are like that, you have to fold the seat together and then you have to flip them. That's like the old cars had in the 80s, 90s, 2000s, like that many. Now mostly cars have retractable third row seats that you just press the lever and they fall out. So the Marazzo had that feature. I think the Innova didn't. Now the Innova has it in the 2021 model, and I think they should have made some changes. Obviously they should have given the cruise control, the sunshades, but I think the power unit should have been increased. I think the XUV 3700 has the new power unit. It's a 2.2 liter petrol diesel engine which 185 horsepower, 150 horsepower the MX and 185 the ADX, and 360 Newton meter of torque, right? So I think this engine, 380 Newton meter of torque, I think this engine should have been put in the Marazzo, because the AX series is actually a front wheel drive car, and Marazzo is also based on the front wheel drive version. Or I think they should have tuned the engine a bit. I would say should have given 350 Newton meter of torque and about 150 bhp, because you have to give it. I think there's really a need in the Marazzo. And the interior quality should be upgraded. Obviously, it looks really dated. I will say the interior quality of the Ertiga looks better than the Marazzo. It's really sad to say that. The Ertiga's top model comes around 12 to 13 lakhs. The Marazzo starts around 14-15 lakhs. So there is a lot of difference between the top model of Marazzo and the top model of Ertiga. But unfortunately, the Ertiga wins in this case. And this is my take on the Mahindra Marazzo. Thank you for watching, and please subscribe to the channel.